Optimism token. How much we can earn on it? What's the best price for buying OP, and is there any value in the technology of this project? And we're gonna find out which network is better, Arbitrum or Optimism. Which one is gonna be favorite? The Ethereum blockchain has grown tremendously in the recent years and has become the network with the largest ecosystem in the digital world. But as Ethereum has grown, so have the transfer fees. It couldn't go on like this for a long time. After all, you all remember that the transaction fees at the peak of the bull market were as high as $40. This complexity greatly hindered the scaling of Ethereum. Then it was decided to create Layer 2 solutions, one of which became the Optimism project. The Optimism blockchain uses optimistic rollups technology, which reduces the cost of transfer fees tenfold compared to the first layer of the network. The Optimism network also allows easy deployment of any smart contracts and decentralized applications written in the Solidity programming language. The Optimism protocol was developed by the Optimism Labs company that was founded in 2019 in New York. Behind the creation of the company are former Ethereum developers Dylan Van Horn and Karl Marx. In the early stages, the project has attracted $178.5 million of investment. In 3 rounds of funding, top funds such as Andreessen Horowitz, IDEO Collab Ventures, and Paradigm. That's a decent investment for a crypto project. The total token supply is practically 4.3 billion coins, which will be distributed as follows: 20% for members of the Optimism community, 25% reserved for the ecosystem, 19% will be distributed by users in the form of airdrops, 17% for early investors, and 19% is allocated to the team and developers. The unlocking will be completed on May 31st, 2027. During this time, 0.56% of the total supply will be unlocked at the end of each month. Tokenomics of the project looks good. To increase the speed of transaction processing, the optimistic virtual machine operates on the principle of optimistic execution, without checking each transaction for authenticity. That is, the difference of Layer 2 of the Optimism network from the main Ethereum network is that any transaction is considered authentic until proven otherwise. This allows you to achieve performance from 2 to 2,000 transactions per second. Keep in mind that Ethereum is capable of processing only 10 transactions per second. Also, the Optimism network has its own token OP, which appeared on May 31st, 2022, and I'd like to call it a native token, but after the update. The development team confirmed the fact that only Ethereum has become a native token on the Optimism network. A month after the update was released, the number of transactions on the network increased by 67%, according to the Nansen report. Before the update, the network was showing an average of less than 300,000 transactions per day. By mid-July, that metric had risen to more than 550,000 transactions. At the same time, gas charges dropped by half, and as of today, the transaction fee on Optimism is $0.03, which helped to save over $5 million in fees. Today, the Optimism ecosystem includes over 800 projects, which are various bridges, wallets, NFT, DeFi, and many more. Now you can see on your screen that the Optimism blockchain ecosystem includes almost all of those projects that are running on Ethereum. For example, it's on the basis of software stack, Optimism has built its own blockchain exchange Coinbase, which is called Base. Also, blockchain Optimism has its own bridge that allows you to send tokens from one network to another. This bridge works not only with different networks, but also with centralized exchanges like Coinbase. The main competitor of Optimism is Arbitrum. Let's compare these two projects and decide which token is better one to buy. One of the main indicators of whether the ecosystem of a project is developing or not is its TVL. We can see that total value locked is $800 million, and that's a very large value. Optimism uses a lot of protocols, but Arbitrum's TVL is $2.7 billion, which is 3.5 times more. Also an important indicator is the number of developers. The two projects have almost the same number, 34 in Arbitrum and 39 in Optimism. We can notice that these two projects are similar. Similar funds invested in them and also were invested approximately equal amounts. And here we cannot say for sure whether to buy Optimism or Arbitrum, but we understand that Layer 2 will be a trend in the bull market, and for this we need Layer 2 solution projects. I think the most profitable solution is to diversify and take these two projects in proportions 50-50 or 60-40, depending on which project you consider more promising. I also advise the Bybit exchange, where you will get a good bonus for registration. It's unlikely that one project will occupy the whole market, so if you don't want to lose, it's better to have 2 of these tokens in your portfolio. In the near future, Layer 2 projects such as Base, Darknet, Linea Scroll, and so on will be released. I would pay attention only to the Base project, but the other projects have less chances to take the leading positions, as they will be released right before the bull market, and they will not have enough time to take the market from Optimism and Arbitrum. The token price now is $3.5. This means the coin has grown 3 times from the accumulation zone, which lasted 6 months in a narrow price range of $1.2 to $1.5. On the chart, we can see that the maximum the price reached is the level of $4. And the chart shows that the distribution zone of the price is $3–4. This means that large players sell its coins in this range, since they have accumulated volumes of coins for half a year in the accumulation zone. I still expect in the near futures that altcoins will show rapid growth, but it should be noted that Optimism has already grown by 3–4 times, and this is a very large value if we take into account that now is not a bull market. I think that the coin can go up to the region of $4–4.5, but not higher. I think it's a mistake to buy at current prices because the coin has already shown a big growth and the market has been growing for a couple of months and the correction should start. I want to have Optimism token for the current bull market, but I'll buy it cheaper. I will start gradual buying in a dip zone of $1.5–2, and from these values I expect 15–20x's. If you want to see my token purchases in real time, subscribe to my Telegram channel. There, every day I share my thoughts on the current market situation. I expect a bull market in the third quarter of 2024. The most important thing now is not to buy at a high price and then sit in a loss and wish you had waited and bought cheaper. I hope this video was helpful.